How did Tiles of Nature get started?
Tiles of Nature got started because basically I outgrew my garage. I got into ceramics and realized that I needed to do the flatter sculptures because I tended to break the things that stood up by itself. I would turn to get something and my elbow would knock it down. So I needed something flat and protected from me, and found that I'm actually very good at making tiles.
What do you mean when you say tiles?
Well, there are several different kinds of tiles that we do. One of them are just plain 6x6 or 4x4 tiles in which we bisque them and we paint them, and then we put a glossy glaze on them, and it's not that different from what you get in the regular stores, except it's actually a painting. It isn't just a print of something you've seen somewhere, and it's not stamped on. It's actually a custom painting. And then we do tiles in which they're not square. They're cut out in a jigsaw type fashion, and what makes sense to cut it because it's just too large to assemble by itself. So these are a lot of bas relief and sculpture tiles, and then we paint them and we put a lower gloss on them, or a lower shininess. It's a satin type glaze on them.
How did you get interested in clay?
That was an accident. I moved into a new house and the movers accidentally broke my favorite ceramic fountain for outside, and I knew I wasn't going to be able to replace it. My husband suggested that maybe I just try to remake it myself. Didn't think I had a ghost of a chance doing that, but I found somebody who was willing to fire it for me if I sculpted it out, and she sold me the clay and promised to fire it, and I fell in love with clay the minute I opened the bag. There's that moldy, earthy smell that comes from the bag, and I found out right away that I love that smell. And I like playing in mud too, apparently. So after that I was just hooked. I never actually made the fountain, but I've made a lot of pretty things since then.
What's your favorite part of your work here?
Oh, definitely the sculpture. I love carving on clay when it gets to leather hard. That is my favorite thing to do. I like taking the clay and making it bigger than life, and then removing just little pieces of it until it looks like hair, or it looks like eyes, or till it looks like what I expect it to look like. When I lay something down, it's like a painting to me. I can actually feel where it needs to come out and where it needs to go in, and make it so that it's a three-dimensional picture.
What is it about nature that interests you so much?
Everything. I like understanding why animals do the things they do, and I guess it's true for most naturalists, because those kind of documentaries are very, very popular. I like big cats, I like insects, I like underwater life. I just like it all.
Do you have inspiration other than nature?
Do I?
What is it that you intend for all of your pieces?
A lot of the work I do, I make just for my shop. I like to have pieces up front that can show people what it is that we do here. We can make painted tiles, we can make entry murals, we can do bathroom scenes, we can do just scenes from nature. But we can also sculpt you out things. You know, if you show me what you have in mind or what a person really wants, we could sculpt it out.